Is it Brady or is it Belichick, right? And I've always been along the thought process that it's like a Montana Walsh. It's both. I think Tom Brady is, if not the greatest, one of the top 2 or 3 greatest of all time. But because he's got the resume and because he's had great seasons, I give him the GOAT status. And I also gave Belichick the GOAT status. That's what happens when you win. That's what happens when you win conference championships. That's what happens when you go to the playoffs as many times as they did. And that's what happens when you win that many Super Bowls. But this is how I feel right now. And I never thought I'd say this. You know what the reality is, though? Belichick failed in Cleveland for 5 seasons as the head coach. They had 1 winning season. He gets fired. He goes to the Patriots. They're a good team, not a great team. Brady comes in as a first time, as a sub starter now, right? Because Bledsoe goes out. They win a Super Bowl. The next season, they do not go to the playoffs. That was the only time Brady has missed the playoffs in his entire career, his first year as a starter. After that, they rattled off however many seasons that is going to the playoffs. The season he got hurt, I can't remember their backup quarterback. They missed the playoffs, right? Now the season he leaves, they're under 500 and they missed the playoffs with equally as no talent as when Brady was there. And as far as the talent, who's been drafting the talent? Supposedly the greatest coach of all time who also picks the players. And somehow the guy who the Patriot way, and dude, trust me, I have gone along with this the whole time, like the Patriot way, and Tom Brady, and the Patriot way, and Belichick. Man, Belichick without Brady, his resume sucks.
Right. To me, it's very clear that it's Bill Belichick, and here's why. Bill Belichick made Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't make Bill Belichick, right? You can't do anything in the National Football League without the talent. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how genius your schemes are. If you don't have talented players on your roster, you're not only not going to win Super Bowls and not going to win playoff games, but you're going to be out of a job very quickly. And we've seen that with multiple head coaches in the past couple of years. So Bill Belichick drafted Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick, right? Tom Brady was not heralded as the next great thing coming out of college, right? So who's to say that Tom Brady even becomes Tom Brady if Bill Belichick doesn't see something in him and allow him to even
in the 6th round
and allow him to even stay on the roster, because they should have cut him. He was the 4th. So they carried 4 quarterbacks. Right. Tom Brady was the 4th on the depth chart, right? They allowed him to stay there because most teams don't carry 4 quarterbacks, right? He never jumped off the screen for any one of the 32 teams. He never jumped off the screen, right? So who's to say that he would even ever get another shot if he got cut as the 4th guy, right? So they held on to him. They groomed him. They helped him. They groomed him up to be the guy, and then they finally gave him the shot to actually be the quarterback. And through Bill installing the Patriot way in him and in everybody else around him, they proceeded to win and they proceeded to progress on, and he got better and teams got better and so on as the story goes. So I think when we talk about who made who, all of this information just gets washed out and everybody just goes, it's Brady.
Backstage Sports.